r/am I the a hole. AITA for telling my BIL, 22M, that he wouldn't be moving with us, 26M26F, to the new house. My wife and I decided to look for a bigger home last month and sell the one we live in. She told me she's finally ready to have more kids and wants at least 2 more. We currently live in a 3-bedroom house with 2 bathrooms. We have a room, my daughter has one and my BIL stays in one. Me and him have had our differences in the past, but we're good. Last week, we went to go view a home that looked promising. My BIL asked if he could tag along to see and I said sure. The house was beautiful and while we're there, he commented that he would like one of the rooms on the opposite side of the house. I didn't say anything at the moment, but when we got back into the car, he commented again that he wanted that certain room. I straight up told him when the time came to switch houses, he most likely isn't going with us. He looked surprised and before he could say anything my wife looked at me and asked why he wouldn't be coming with us. I told her she said she wanted more kids and the only reason we're moving is to have more space for another kid. She said the kids could share rooms. I told her it wouldn't be fair to our daughter to sleep in a room with a baby that is definitely going to cry. She turned around and told her brother that she would work something out and that's he coming with us. I got upset and told her brother that he wouldn't because while I did agree to let him live with us, but it was not permanent. It's not the life I pictured living. That he would understand once he gets married and has kids. My wife is upset and is firm on her brother coming with us and told me I'm selfish and inconsiderate of people. I did start to feel like a jerk after I thought about it. AITA. Let me know in the comments. AITA for stopping a tradition BC. My GF thought it was weird. My 21M family has always been very affectionate, mainly because that was how our parents raised us. I go to college very near my hometown, not because I necessarily wanted to. I got into a great CS program near my hometown, so my little sister 14F, who entered high school this past year, visits me a lot. Whenever I greet her or say goodbye to her, I give her a kiss on the cheek. My sister has told me in the past that it makes her happy when I kiss her on the cheek, so I do it fairly often, although I'm surprised she likes that so much since it isn't like she's lonely or anything. I know that she has a lot of friends at her middle school. Recently, my girlfriend 21F of 3 months saw me saying hello to my sister while kissing her on the cheek, and she remarked it as creepy, and told me that I should stop. When my sister was about to leave to go back to our parents' car to go back home, and she asked for a kiss on the cheek, I just said that we were getting too old for that and that we should stop with it, and my sister kind of sadly said okay, if you want to, and left. Honestly, the main reason I stopped with the tradition was because I kind of think now that it's weird since it was the first time I ever showed affection to my sister in front of another person. I feel somewhat guilty now since I kind of suddenly stopped with the tradition, so I think my sister might be wondering if she did anything wrong. AITA. What do you think? AITA for ignoring my aunt and uncle when they came to my house as guests. I, 28F, live alone, away from all of my family members, working a job that has been my dream since I was a little girl. I have a pretty static lifestyle that includes my work, sports cars, my house, and nightlife. My aunt, my mom's sister, 50F, and her husband, essentially my uncle, 54M, sent their only son off to college somewhere near the city I live in. They wanted to go see their son and asked me if they could stay over a couple of days and see me as well on their way. My mom also insisted I say yes, and so I did. They stayed with me for a week on their way to their son's city, and 9 days on the way back. While they were with me, I got up around 5:30 in the morning, did my workout routine, and left home at 7. I came back around 11 like I always do. My aunt said I could have managed everything much better, and that there was nothing in the fridge when they came to my house. I told them they could order anything they wanted on my account, and there was only food and water because that's all I need when I'm home. She also complained that I spent some nights away, which could be avoided, but I'm just used to my routine. Meaning girls I spend time with sometimes, I'm bi with a leaning towards women, that's why. My aunt also said I could at least spend one meal with them, which I did on the weekend, but other than that I've got work. After I explained everything, my aunt said I was being a rude host and that she wanted to see her niece in a much better condition. She even got teary-eyed, for God's sake. I said I can of course strive to be better, but this is how my life is, and she came knowing this. She hasn't spoken to me at all since she went back, other than a text saying thank you. My mom says I need to get my life together and apologize to my aunt. Was I an a? Share your opinion in the comments. AmITheAs for telling a lady not to do hip thrusts at a bench. Yesterday I was at the gym, and I noticed this lady who was doing hip thrusts at a flat bench. This looked weird, but regardless I went up to her and asked how many sets she has, to which she said 1. As a result, I decided to wait until she's done with her exercise. For those of you that don't work out, a flat bench press at any gym is 90% of the time being used, and most of the time you'll have to wait in line. It looks extremely bad to do any other exercise that can be done at a different spot where people don't have to wait. However, I let the lady do her exercise. She then tells me with attitude, "Why don't you do another exercise until I'm done?" To which I say, "I'll just wait until you're finished with your set." She tells me I don't know gym etiquette and that I'm impatient, to which I respond with, "Maybe you shouldn't be doing hip thrusts at a flat bench if you don't want people constantly waiting." She then reports me to the staff. The staff essentially saw where I was coming from, but does note that people can do any exercise at any machine. I told her I was aware, which is why I waited until the lady was done. I'm asking AmITheAs because 2 other people who overheard the conversation said I was rude. Gym bros, what do you think?